shocking statements by Donald Trump that will change how you see the Middle East forever. What's really happening behind the scenes and why he thinks this could be a historic moment. You won't believe what he's proposing for Gaza and beyond. In a recent interview, Donald Trump made a stunning admission. We should have never gone there in the first place. U.S. involvement in the Middle East was a disaster. He lays out his vision for the region, and these words could change how you view U.S. foreign policy. But there's more. Trump reveals a plan that could potentially save millions of lives and alter the course of history. This isn't just political commentary, it's a blueprint for a breakthrough. Is peace in the Middle East even possible without war? Trump says yes. And these aren't empty promises. Hard to believe. Trump is convinced that peace can be achieved without more destruction and violence. What he reveals in this interview will force you to rethink everything you thought you knew about Middle Eastern conflicts. Could the U.S. become a peace broker instead of a military power? If you think war is inevitable, Trump believes there's another path. And it could lead to an entirely different future for the region. So, what exactly is Trump proposing for Gaza? The former president says he has a unique vision for transforming Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East. It sounds like pure fantasy, but Trump believes that with the right ideas and global support, this plan could become a reality. Currently a war-torn region, Gaza holds the potential to be a flourishing place for its people. Trump isn't just talking about signing treaties. He wants real change that will improve lives on the ground. But will countries like Jordan and Egypt support this ambitious plan? Trump is confident they'll cooperate and grant the necessary territorial adjustments to ensure peace and prosperity. Is that really possible? How would it look in practice? Stay tuned as we break down why Trump believes even the most complex issues can be solved. Can Palestinians build a new life in Gaza after everything that's happened? This isn't just a political question, it's a question of hope. Trump envisions creating an entirely new economic model for Gaza, one that moves away from constant conflict and focuses on growth and peace. He believes that, with international aid and smart political decisions, Gaza can become a place where people live peacefully and without constant fear. But are people ready for such a transformation? That's a big question Trump addresses in this interview. Is peace between Palestinians and Israelis really achievable? It's a question that has haunted the world for decades. But Trump believes it's possible, and not just possible, but necessary. He thinks this could be one of the biggest victories for the Middle East. Watch the full video to understand why Trump is so sure and how this plan could work in reality. According to Trump, the key to peace isn't just about borders. It's about a psychological shift for those who've endured decades of violence and hatred. And what about Ukraine? Why does Trump think the U.S. should stop meddling in international conflicts? While the world watches the war in Ukraine, Trump stresses that America must focus on its internal affairs and stop overextending itself abroad. He believes U.S. intervention in the Middle East and other regions has caused millions of deaths and drained trillions of dollars from the country. It's time, he says, to rethink our strategy and look at the situation through a different lens, one of peace, not war. This might be the last chance for peace in the Middle East, according to Trump. He believes the situation has reached a critical point, and now is the time to seize the opportunity for real change. If global leaders follow his plan, it could become a model for the rest of the world on how to resolve conflicts without endless bombing and destruction. But are world leaders ready for this kind of change? Trump openly criticizes leaders who stick to outdated methods of war and politics. He believes real change can only happen through fresh approaches and mutual understanding. It won't be easy, but he's convinced that this path could lead to a brighter future for millions of people in the Middle East. What will actually happen next? Watch this video until the end to find out how Trump plans to influence the situation and whether he can really bring peace to a region long plagued by war. This interview isn't just political talk. It's a chance to glimpse a future of peace and prosperity. Trump also touches on the roles of other countries in resolving this conflict. He mentions how several nations with major influence in the region could help bring about peace. Are they ready to cooperate with him? What will this process look like? We'll break it all down in this video, giving you an inside look at what's happening behind the scenes in these high-stakes diplomatic negotiations.